we're back. It's gonna be Alan, whether he wants it to be or not. He has one more DLC chapter to complete. It's called The Writer. Not a great title. Alright, we got ears. We'll give you eyes as this starts itself back up. There we have it. Alan Wake. You bastard. Episodes. Normal. The Writer.
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
After saving my wife from the mysterious dark presence, I found myself trapped in the dark place.
Imagination can be the enemy here.
A nightmarish world that exists somewhere beyond the shores of our own existence.
We're the one making all this happen.
Just do what Zane tells you.
Follow the signal.
Is all this really coming out of my head?
The dark place is playing tricks on you.
I made my way across its ever-shifting landscape, trying to reach Thomas Zane.
You're trapped in your own nightmares. You're still going deeper.
There you go, Alan. It's all in your head. You've been making it up.
Really, Wake?
Your
Delusions are out of control.
Get out of my head.
Seriously, Al, you need to get a grip. You know reality's different here. See what I mean, Al?
Ugh, I think I'm stuck on this side.
Well, you're gonna have to find your way out of there. I'll wait. Just remember, you're still in the dark place. You know that, right? I don't want to alarm you, pal, but it's sink or swim time.
It really is.
I could feel the pressure mounting.
Oh, now he's got it.
Time was running out. Everything I saw was a dark, twisted version of reality based on my memories and thoughts.
It sure was. Anyway, we remember this part. This is the escape with Barry. We held out here for a moment or two. We got Crumble. We have one light source. We have no light source of our own. And, down we go. Some unfinished paintings. It looks like the bird. Some kind of wraith. Too dark to make out. Oh no, it's the lady. Okay.
Al, did you notice that light? Might be useful.
I did notice it. Thank you, Barry. I wanted to see what else was around here. We gotta swing this over. We're gonna swing it over somewhere. There we go. Just hadn't quite reached it. Come on. Come on, Wake. Move your fucking knees. There we go.
I had to accept it. If all of this was from my mind, then I was the one making all this happen. I was literally fighting myself. It was a moment of clarity.
Bud, I thought we had established this already. This is a moment of clarity. You've had this moment 4 or 5 times at this point. There's a surprise there. I like surprises. How about you? The witch hates surprises. The trouble is I like surprises, but it's hard to do. Surprise! Anyway. He's got recharge, reload, and climb all in the same spot. There we are. Eventually we got in there. We got batteries, we got ammunition for firearms we don't have yet. And we had the word climb. We made a ladder outside.
After finishing Departure, I felt finished myself. All I had wanted was to save Alice. After that, a part of me had been ready to just give in and die. But I hadn't given up. Thomas Zane had reached me. I had run across a nightmarish landscape following a signal from him. He kept telling me I was sinking, going too deep. I wasn't sure if he meant the dark place or insanity. Perhaps they were one and the same.
I don't know. I don't think this is all too insane. It seems standard as far as dream stuff is concerned. Pump. But first, we got this ominous looking figure, and this one, which I think is a little bit more friendly. How about you? Back again. There we are. I find it interesting, like, Wake has said he's been to the range, and he keeps imagining the same guns over and over again, but we don't get to see what it is that like, they're called. Typically, you know what it is that you're shooting. In Wake's case, this shotgun appears to be a Mossberg. It looks like a 500 to me. Some kind of carving. And of course, you guys remember the hedge maze. This time we got unfinished painting. We have other unfinished painting. It's true, Pie. That's what's in there.
Nice job, Al.
Thank you.
So, you really are nuts, huh? Let's face it, we always knew this was coming.
I guess, but I actually feel pretty rational, all things considered.
Crazy people don't know they're crazy. That's where they're crazy. Hey, check out the light show behind the lodge.
That's Zane's light.
Yeah.
That's the Anderson stage.
That means he's just about caught up with you. You better go talk to him.
Alright, cool. Barry, I don't remember you driving what looks like a Hummer. It was a big dumb truck, sure, but I don't think it was that one. Maybe Al has imagined you buying a Hummer eventually. That would make sense. There's an individual I knew not too long ago that swore up and down that the witch and I would look great in a sports car. He's wrong.
Fireworks here.
Wrong about a lot of things, but that in particular.
God's play. Music came out all wrong. It attracted the horrors.
Man, Wake, are you still at it out there?
Oh, hell yeah! Remember this, Al?
I do. Well, hunting an endangered species is wrong. Oh, hey. Brave enough to come on over here, were they? Yeah, but, you know, even distorted. The Andersons have provided us with much more than what they had any reason to. Managed to just barely catch that one.
Passing moment, more of them came. He would get overrun.
Hey, isn't it kind of ironic that you're a writer and you're threatened by your own imagination? It's like your greatest power turned against you.
That's very deep, but I'm a little busy outside over here.
I don't know that it's all that deep, Wake. You're doing the back patting thing you do again. It's a fairly cliche sort of deal. But that's alright. There's use for cliche. I should say there's use for tropes, not necessarily cliché. Cliché itself implies that, you know, it's been overdone and it's kind of derivative.
The big guy busted down the door.
The big guy. Okay. Well, we're gonna go inside. Whoop. But first, every scrap counts. It does, Pi. It does. We can't simply go and buy new batteries. We have to find them. He's very concerned right now about the,
Classic you.
you know, the economy. And
This is just a memory.
if no one's exchanging anything, if resources are free, then well, what use is currency? And the answer is none. And that is the goal.
Yeah. So, I guess you're gonna need to talk to Zane out there now that he's actually here. I'm just gonna, you know, let you non-imaginary people talk in peace.
I mean, you can come with.
That was a crutch, you know. Hey, you're moving up in the world, buddy.
Alright, see ya. Open.
You have done well, Alan. Now I can accompany you. You're trapped in your own dream. You must wake yourself up, but first, you have to reach yourself.
The cabin.
Yes, my cabin. It will not be easy. Your previous work can help you. I still have some pages of your manuscript left. Words like that have power here.
Well, there you go. And... touch. We clear the fog.
It's very appropriate. I can help you reach it. But after that, you will be on your own. I cannot enter the cabin now. The Dark Presence made sure of that on our last encounter. You are facing yourself, the parts of your mind that are hard to control. This is not a fight anyone else can win for you.
I mean, it wasn't a fight that anyone else could win for him before. And that's why it is that, you know, this method that I'm employing is really the way to go. If you're a spirit, you're looking to help or to hinder, you gotta have someone to work through. You know, so you avoid things like this. It's finding a loophole in contracts. It's kind of fuckery 101.
I was glad to have Zane with me in this place. He knew the terrain, such as it was, but a part of me wondered if he was even human anymore, after so many years in this place.
A lot of contracts are set up to be deliberately predatory anyway, so follow the spirit. No. No, you want to follow the letter. I'd flop that around in my head. Follow the letter, not the spirit. The spirit is against you.
It was turning.
The letter is manipulable.
He was lost. He would fall. He couldn't tell which way was up.
Okay.
You're torn apart by the whirlwind.
I don't think so. Because, you know, check this out. I can just, you know, do this thing. We're getting there. That's where we're going. We just have to be allowed to go there by the, you know, angle. We'll be doing that again.
Too high. Too high. At this height, the water was...
You can't want me dead this bad.
Well, who's you?
The storm was coming. It would throw him off.
You're referring to this presence as if it's not you, Alan. But there he goes again, deflecting. Makes me wonder how much he genuinely accepted that this was him struggling against himself. He doesn't super seem to. It all still seems to be kind of an external exercise for him. That's where we're going. I'll just pop that into existence beforehand. Oh boy, I don't think I can make that jump from this platform. We'll find out. Look at that. We did it. Okay. He's an expert milker. That's impressive. Goodbye.
The storm spun him around. It was made of darkness. He'd seen what it could do. Cut everything away.
I would have to make my way through the swirling madness. It reminded me of the dark presence, just another memory, but it could still kill me.
I mean, yeah. There we are. Hey, wait, buddy, how about imagine yourself a jetpack or something? He's not that creative. Or just even a solid bridge, right? There we go. A very angry barrel dealt with. Oh hey, it's the tree with the rings. We remember that.
Stay focused on the lighthouse. If you can reach it, you will find the cabin.
Things are getting pretty crazy here, Zane.
It's to be expected. You're struggling to reclaim yourself. The landscape reflects that strain, but each step takes you closer. If you persevere, you can attain the lucidity that fends off the darkness.
Now that I knew what I was facing, the environment became even wilder and stranger. Like it was no longer even bothering to pretend that things were normal.
Well, you're no longer bothering to pretend that things are normal. There's no it. This is not someone you can teach sovereignty to. It's just not what he's about, you know? Well, this has paid dividends, hasn't it? That's nice. Why is it this is what he's thinking of when he thinks of the term roll is... You know, it's strange, but... It's Alan, you know? It's... Why question it anymore? Yeah. Just two big boys. Reloading. You got any more? Yeah, you do. Well. More explosive barrels, but nothing left to explode. Just the concept of tools ahead. Just batteries. A checkpoint. Hole. Well, that's okay, we know what to do with that. Because, like, hey. And we can fill right back up on flares. Excellent. Didn't quite get it. There we go. We'll just take that right back. Okay, there's another TV wall. He's got a thing about TVs, doesn't he? He's decided to give himself some moderately difficult terrain. You know, some stuff that you might be able to traverse, but you could also hurt your ankle on that, I guess. We hear them. We know they're here. That guy was definitely here. Okay. And we just got the chainsaw bandit down here at the end of the tunnel. I heard something screeching. Oh no, I do absolutely hear one of them. I see. There we go. And down into this part. Filthy mattress. It's a staple. Another TV wall.
Quake was forced to run through a maze, hopelessly sprinting in.
Yeah, I know. We go this way.
What?
It's definitely a maze. It's interesting the way that it's put together. We're in kind of like a water wheel sort of thing, where it's always rotating like this, and we have to move through it like this. It's made out of little bits and pieces of things that we've seen, including Alan's typewriter. You can see the keys up ahead. I thought this was a neat and kind of inventive spot. If we're working on dream logic, then let's work on dream logic. W. Come on. A. K. E. We got an extra E at the end there. He jumped in. The fool. We can too. That's where it goes. And it restarts. Oh, not.
Can I help you with anything?
I mean, yeah.
Look at your head, Mr. Wake.
He did. Anyway, if the reception lady would like to, you know, hand me just the keys to, like, the ammo repository, that'd be sick. She won't, though. Do you understand? It's physics. It was always physics. Is that one stuck? No, there we go. Just slow. And then we make sure we stay as ahead of the curve as we can. It's not that door. Or is it? Might be that door. I'm trying to find the arrow. No, I have to go through here and then through another door. Okay, yeah. It's straightened out in my head now. It's that one. And I apologize if the camera gets a little bit weird, but, you know, the game does what it does with the moving platforms thing, and it's got that jitter happening. Alright, that's where we're going. And again, we have to stay ahead of the curve, but not too much. And it should swing open. Because physics. And again, we don't want to rush it, otherwise we'll wind up sliding down a hill and taking damage from things that we collide with. Oh, that's not a flare that's gettable.
An elevator?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Next stop, Sanity.
You're doing well. Keep going.
It's hard to make sense of this place.
Not really.
Dream. This is a vast place, home to forces and beings that are completely alien.
The Dark Presence.
Ah, the Dark Presence.
I don't know what happened to it after your final encounter.
Is there any way out of here?
Sometimes transmissions can be sent between worlds. You've done this yourself. But to actually leave the dark place, I haven't found a way.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. The elevator is stopped.
Stucky's gas station. That's something I particularly wanted to see. But obviously I wasn't the one in the driver's seat.
That's a fact, pal.
Quake would never make it. The insanity he was facing was already a part of it, in him. His own doing. He couldn't possibly win. He didn't even want to.
Well, I mean, Alan may think that for the moment, but I'd say he probably wants to get on out of here. It seems like somewhere that I could have a lot of fun, but Alan clearly isn't. Open. There we are. Alright.
At least the lighthouse was much closer now. I would have to make my way up there somehow.
Yeah, we will. Oh, the deer's got two heads. And there you have it. Easy as pie. Come with me. No, that one went off a little bit harder than anticipated, but I'll take it. Looks like I lit the gasoline on fire. Are you guys gone, or? Wire. That'll be part of a puzzle. Okay. They put bits of Deerfest up there. That's nice of them. Oh, is it the prices anything fun? No, just normal West Coast gas prices. Nothing interesting there. Bud, you having a bit of a moment? Are you? I know. She's laying down. Why would she do that to you? You're gonna have to take it up with her without... well, I mean, you don't have to take it up with her without shouting, but... I'm just saying shouting is not the only solution. You have other options. You really do. You have plenty of other options, in fact. I know that you know several words. I know you even know her name. You could use that. He gets unhappy when he can see the witch but not necessarily directly interact with her. It's frustrating for him. I can understand. There we go. We're moving the logs. They gotta come over here. Gonna make ourselves a bridge. There we go. And boy, it's been a bit since we've visited the logging place, huh? With Stucky and his friends. Not a spot we drove by. Well, there was a logging area, but we didn't really fuck with it too much.
That is in control is in the cabin, dreaming and insane.
I don't think I like that.
You represent the part of Alan Wake that is capable of rational thought and planning, which is why I'm talking to you. If that part can regain control, then you have a chance of making it. But a part of you wants to give in. There's comfort in the oblivion of dreams. You represent the part that isn't ready to quit and die.
Wait, are you telling me I'm not real?
No, that's not what he said.
In this place.
So there are two of me?
Yes.
Well, no.
And the one you called Mr. Scratch, he's me as well?
No.
Zane, are you playing some kind of game with me?
I am not the author of your story.
How can you say that when you wrote that page about me and the clicker? It wasn't one of my pages. You directed me to it. You had Weaver guard it.
Yes, she was needed. And you needed the clicker. But I'm not.
What? I don't understand.
Alan, you should keep going.
Zane? Zane, come on!
No.
That cleared things up.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really reasonably expect him to do that. Anyway, Zane says he is not the author of his story, and he's right. Alan is writing it all on his own, but... the implications of being able to simply reach into someone's life and direct things for them from there, it's all just a little bit suspect, isn't it? How much is Zane, how much is Alan's unique experiences that he would have had otherwise? Having a wife that just so happens to be afraid of the dark, it's all a little bit on the nose. Likely would have been a little bit more acceptable, during, say, Zane's heyday. He vanished in the 70s, so he was born well before that. He had to be like 20, 30 something by the time that he and Barbara went poof. So, a character named Alan Wake who has to wake up would slot right into that time.
In the unnatural wind, it was heralding the enemy's arrival. Wake wouldn't leave this place alive.
I disagree. See? No, come here. I got stuff for you. We'll probably need to just migrate over to this, won't we? Yeah. We got extra crumble, we got extra boom. Bye. This is a good try, though. Anyway, there we go. She's risen to soothe the beast. The other one, the little one.
A moment. I can help you here.
Okay, stop wiggling it around. There we go.
It's like learning to control your dreams. There's a connection.
You were in my dream.
Yes.
I taught you. You fixed the foolish mistake I made with Barbara.
Anyway, yeah, Wake, again, I could have sworn that we had already gone over that this was a lot like lucid dreaming. But with Alan, you'll swear you taught him a bunch of things, and he'll just kind of forget it. You have to make him think that it's his idea, is what I glean from our time with him. He just won't accept it any other way. We got crumbling stuff. We want those on. Because frankly, this is a bad spot to fight. Almost. But not quite, huh? Didn't pull the trigger fast enough there, Wake. Little bit too slow. That's alright, it's a mild bump, I think we'll make it. If you don't recognize those are the statues that were out front of Hartman's place. Please imagine them as eyeballs. They look kind of like eyeballs. Oh, death by too many birds. I think that's the first time I've died to birds. Oh well. We'll be more careful this time. There we are. We got a pretty good anti-bird net there. Oh, I see. It may not have simply been the birds. there were others. Makes more sense. And we are done? Yeah, we're done. Alright, up we go. We're gunning for the lighthouse. Precisely how we began all this, minus the hitchhiker we ran over. Though, to be fair,
Ran for the light. It was pointless. He would never reach it. His life would be snuffed out just as easily as the very thing he thought would save him.
I'm just gonna turn it back on.
Even with the light gone, all I could do was keep going.
Yeah, pretty much. Poof. Alright, alright, and alright.
Let's not beat around the bush. You have a lot of problems, Alan.
He does. There we go.
Since we're being so frank here, Alan, and let me just reiterate how happy I am that you've had this breakthrough.
I mean, I don't.
By all means.
That's okay, bye.
Just let me know.
Yeah, that's alright. I've killed my TV head self again.
This was just another attempt to confuse me. By now I knew these phantoms and figments for what they were. Echoes of the pain, guilt, and hopelessness a part of me wallowed in.
I mean, all the things that he's explaining are far more likely than what it is that Alan thinks is going on. You know, with this all just being delusion and that sort of deal. You know, what's more likely? Did you get attacked by an unknowable dark force, or have you been drinking a little bit too much and roving around by yourself in the woods for the past week? But maybe, okay. He just kind of didn't. That's alright. Maybe this would have been something to attempt early on. This would have been a more convincing thing. Yeah, you know, back at the start. But now he's waist deep in it, so I don't. I don't know what manipulating force would be like. No, we can still try that one. We fucking can't. The ship has sailed. Hey. I kind of figured. You guys always do the behind you thing, don't you? I mean, it's effective. I can see that easily getting someone who isn't me to jump. Whoop. I'm not sure how many of them continue to spawn here. It seems like a lot, right? Yeah, there's just a checkpoint up here, and we're trying to conserve supplies. Touch. A moment with Thomas.
You have come far, but there's still a little further to go. You must take full control of your own mind.
Okay.
Reject all of the fantasies you have constructed.
Yeah, well, I think I can do that. A lot of the stuff I've seen here is personal and ugly as hell. I'll admit it hurts, but it's not fooling me. I know it's fake.
Good. You are aware. The part of you bent on self-destruction is not. But you must be careful. Just because you know the lies for what they are, that doesn't make the danger any less real.
I'll make it. I don't have any choice.
Here. I cannot come any further, but this will help you on your way.
Thanks, I guess.
What do you mean, thanks, you guess? That's fine. He's been very helpful.
Hey, let me tell you something, Alan. I know how your mind works. You screw up, then you start analyzing it, and before you know it, you start writing all these horror stories in your head. Don't you?
Come on, I don't do that.
Yes, you do. I know how it goes. You're a complete failure. I hate you, and I'll never forgive you for whatever
They
it was
kept
that you did.
coming.
Am I wrong?
There were too many of them.
See? I know
Hordes and
you.
hordes of them.
Then
Swarming over the landscape. Killed. They were coming for him. And this time they would get him with sheer numbers.
I mean, because I did that. Anyway, it sounds like Alan engages in some, you know, obsessive behaviors common with, like, I see this in people who have, like, anxiety. It's, that sort of assumption that you're somehow at fault and everyone hates you for it and so on and so forth, and that there just is no redemption, and you're going to have to like seal yourself in a maybe like a cask of some sort and bury yourself with the rest of the radioactive waste. Anyway, you can see for our finale with the Alan Wake game as it's titled. Ow. Okay, well, we just got tag teamed.
Am I wrong?
They kept coming.
See? I know
There were
you.
too many of them.
But Alan,
Hordes and
it's all
hordes
in
of
your
them.
head.
Swarming over the landscape. Eager to kill. They were coming for him. And this time they would get him with sheer numbers.
Anyway, like I was saying, for the finale here, we're really leaning on the light and darkness, and I appreciate that. I thought it was a cool mechanic from the get-go, and it's nice to see it just on full display here. We clear out the rocks, the light can reach new places. And it takes care of a lot of that stuff for us. They just get swept away. We just have to watch our angles. Pay attention to what is and is not in shadow. Clear those things out. Where we're allowed to, that is. There's not every spot here that lets you do it. Out of battery at a bad time. And these two seem to be just lucky. Yeah, there you go. Jeez. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Bye, gents. Anyway, our boys had a breather. We've pre-cleared this, so when they show up again, no. Just kind of be swept away, you know, like it happens. Bye. Go ahead, come here. Poof. Ow. 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 3 right in a row, huh? Boy. But hey, we got some stuff to give us a little bit of cover while we do this. It pays not to forget that. So I know sometimes I do. I'll just kind of space on things. It happens. And it definitely happens with things that you are familiar with. You'll just go, oh yeah, I had that. That probably would have made more sense to use. But anyway, we're there, we're clear. It's the lighthouse.
To have made it here, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen now.
Well, who can say?
Zane had left me. I wasn't sure what the Dark Presence had done to him if he couldn't follow. But from now on, I was...
Oh, Pi is an eagle.
Still, he had gotten me this far. I would never have made it by myself. This thing was going to end. It wouldn't be long now.
To return. That's what we've got going on here. Back to the cabin again.
I was surprised by the change of scenery.
Were you?
I was starting to understand the symbolism, the way the dark place flowed.
Well, let's see what's up here. I'm curious. Alan, not so good with hills either. That's alright. Running uphill is an arduous kind of thing. No. A Night Springs video game. Private property. Nada. He's decided we do need meows. I mean, I just don't think there are any cats present, though, man. Okay. Well, Pi is apparently dreaming of cats. We're dreaming of Barry.
Feeling kind of depressed here.
What?
So Zane's your new buddy now. I feel abandoned.
This is ridiculous. You're not even real.
That doesn't mean I don't have any feelings.
Okay.
Thing is, you need to get all rational here. Abandon your fantasies, right? Well, I kinda hate to say this, pal, but I'm one.
Fine. You're abandoned. Bye.
Uh-huh.
Al, what I'm saying is the only way you're getting in that cabin is through me. It's one of those kill your darlings things. But hell, you're used to that, big shot writer. Am I right?
It was in every...
I mean, Alan may not be, I am. You also don't always have to, quote, kill your darlings. It's fine to continue to use certain elements, and in fact certain characters, but they do have to change over time. Sometimes the change has to be drastic, sometimes it can be little things, and they can't always be the focus of absolutely everything.
What does it say about you when you're this desperate to keep yourself from getting bitter? Here we go! I'm earning the 15% commission.
Okay. You feel like you earned it?
Great that you first make yourself an imaginary friend, and then you can't even get along with that guy. People skills, Al! You're a master!
Ooh. He almost opted out of this again. Alan, you're going to have to let me help you. You're going to have to help me to help you.
Let's crack that writer's block of yours, Alan!
No, I'd be tempted to ask if that was actually Hartman, but I don't believe it is. You know, given that everything here is just a figment of his imagination. Alan's, that is. Not Hartman's. I don't think Hartman has much imagination. He did envision himself more as a creative producer. Anyway, this box gives us shotgun ammo. And we chip away at the dark there.
It's great. Mostly it's just making sure you don't lose your entire life. We do have all the impulse control. I have several lawyers. Speed dial just because I never know when we're in trouble again. You know what kind of people need that? Gangsters and assholes. And yours. Not again. Because they make all the time. Hey, when you threw a hissy fit, your wife tried to help you and your ego couldn't take it, and because of that, you not be killed a dozen times over. BFF, Al. BFF.
Well, of course, we know this is fictional. The Anderson brothers, clearly, would never be involved in something like this, and they wield actual weapons, not guitars. Besides, that was Odin. Odin wields a spear.
It's totally not good, and you have to literally pay your best friend to hang out because... Surly ass. Really running low on patience here.
Yeah, well, you know. Well, Barry. Well, imaginary Barry, but still. Imagiberry.
Driving me nuts.
We're almost done. Was also nice of Alan to leave himself, you know, infinite batteries. Not so much on the flares, though, huh, Alan? Just didn't believe in that at that point. We just have to wear down his dark shield. And that'll stun him. And then we'll be done. There's all kinds of goop on the ground over there, huh? There. Open. Thank you. There it is. The cabin is real and finite, and I believe I'm just doing this out of habit at this point, but fuck it, why not? Why break the cycle? Okay, we've stuffed our pockets. He's still got a thing about TVs. Wonder if there's anything or any way to the generator shack. Doesn't seem like it. Looks like the land is busted. Alright, only one place to go then.
Why is this happening to me? It's too dark. Where am I? I can't find my way. Why is this happening to me? I can't find my way. It's too dark. Why is this happening to me? Just like that, my mind was clear. Zane had been right. I could think clearly again. But I couldn't survive in this place the way he had, and I might not make it back a second time. Leaving this place would be hard. Maybe impossible. It wouldn't take much for my thoughts to stray again. It was too easy to get lost in the dark place. Before, I was ready to curl up and die. Let myself slip away. But here I was. The yet unwritten future waiting to unfold before me. A sequel to Departure. My name is Alan Wake, and I'm a writer.
His name is Alan Wake, by the way, and he's a writer. Hi, Alan Wake, writer. Alan Wake, right? You're that famous writer, aren't you? Just like Stephen King and H.P. Lovecraft and Ernest Hemingway. Fucking James Joyce. Alright, so that is all Alan has for us here. We'll go ahead and pop on over this way. And, yeah, so, you know. It seems that Alan has put his brain back together, and he's remembered that he's supposed to get out of the dark place. The dark place, which at this point may or may not be predictably, a Wakian, if you will, metaphor. Wakian in the sense that it is clumsy and ham-handed and kind of dumb, but it's fine otherwise. It's if those are the worst of its problems, then it's still better than most. And that's how I would categorize Alan Wake as a series. We do have a little bit more to do with him. There is still the issue of Scratch, isn't there? We'll have to take care of that before we jump back into the meat machine. But rest assured, we'll get back to the meat machine. Once and finally, because they're not reviving that. At least not anytime soon. So, yeah, alright. A little bit longer today. Not by much, though, huh? Just a smidge. And yeah, you know, we'll go ahead, we'll let you wander by yourselves. I'll see you again later. Yeah, see ya.